Hey there, fellow travelers, Mark here with Walter's World, and today we're in Turku, Finland, and I want to talk about some things you need to know about for the summer of 2022 travel. And that is, have patience, because a lot of the airports in Europe are having staffing issues, and therefore flights are getting delayed more often, and they're getting canceled more often, and things are getting pushed around more often, and it's taking a lot longer to get to the security lines. Like if you look online, look up Dublin security line or Amsterdam security line, and you'll hear about literally miles, kilometers long lines to get into the security, to get into the check-in area. And that means a lot more people are missing their flights and the airlines are overwhelmed. So luckily some of them are automatically rebooking people when these things happen, but some aren't. So you need to make sure you give yourself plenty of time to get to the airport. Those dads who like to get to the airport 3 or 4 hours early, or 5 or 6, my dad for one, I'm only like 3 hours. But this is their time to shine, because honestly, it is an issue, especially Amsterdam. Dublin's having a lot of issues. And I know Amsterdam's issues are going to go through the summer. So if you're going through there, be prepared, have backup plans, look and see what the next flight is afterwards for your destination with the airline you're flying with, because you might get bumped onto that one. So for example, myself, I was flying through, I was supposed to go to Barcelona, and my first flight got delayed from 6 in the morning to 10 in the morning, and then till 3 in the afternoon. And of course that meant I missed my connecting flight to Barcelona. So then I'm like, hey, could you get me to Barcelona some other way? They couldn't get me there for 2 or 3 days. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm gonna be flying out, I'm gonna miss another flight. Like, could you just get me to Finland? They're like, let's see. And so they ended up switching my flight to get me to Finland, which was cool. But then my flight from to Amsterdam was delayed for various reasons. And so of course I got in, instead of having, 5 hours of layover in Amsterdam, we came in so late that my plane to Finland already left. So then I had another 6-hour layover in Amsterdam. I finally got here at like 1 o'clock in the morning to Helsinki. Like, these kind of things are happening. So I really recommend is be very flexible this summer and very patient, okay? Because there's probably going to be issues when it comes to your flights. Also, when you're traveling around, I mean, people are back traveling like it's 2019. It's fantastic. You feel the energy in travel again, and people are thinking that everything's going to be like it was. But you have to realize a lot of tour operators, restaurants, hotels went out of business. Museums went out of business during the pandemic, and they haven't come back. Okay, there's still restaurants, there's still places to eat. You're gonna be fine. It's gonna be like what it used to be, but there's gonna be less opportunities. So like reservations at night for dinners, especially on the weekends, and pretty much any medium to large city is gonna be important. So make sure you're doing that. Even sometimes lunchtime might be a little tough. So you might wanna adjust your eating times accordingly, or maybe do like cafe lunch or intermezzo afternoon dinner lunch meal, kind of thing, because that is an issue there. But I think the really big issue you're going to think about is the delays in the travel and giving yourself more time to check in Europe. Because for those you don't know, if you're coming from the US, I mean, back in the day in Europe, like you can just literally walk into the airport like 30 minutes before and you're going to be fine. Now it's not really the case anymore. So just have a heads up for that. Hopefully things will get better, and it's not every airport in Europe, but it's a good idea to search online, see security checkpoint time, insert the airport you're going through or you're going to be leaving from, to give yourself an idea how long it's going to take. Because what used to be, honestly, Amsterdam was like a 15-minute process just 2-3 years ago, and now I'm hearing stories of 2 to 3 hours to get through for some people. So do be aware of that. But I just want to give you that heads up. I hope you have a great time traveling this summer. Don't let that stop you. I'm just letting you know so you can be better prepared, because that's what we want to do here. We're going to be honest and help you travel better. And I'll say bye from here in Turku, Finland, where actually I used to live back in the day. So have a great time, and moi moi, or bye bye, here from Finland.